Hello and welcome back to Japan. We're going to start with something totally unrelated to our campaign. Well, sort of. We're going to start with this. So, why are we looking at this? Well, in this playthrough, I was kind of running an experiment. We did it a little bit with the China playthrough, but we did it again with this one, which was I had Enclave Independence turned off. Now, this is usually something that's turned off for the player, but not turned off for the AI. And what it does is it basically means that random bits of territory that are off to the side will be lost on succession. So, Leon, for example, would likely have lost these titles upon succession because they're not really connected to the Kingdom of Leon, right? And there are many other examples. So, Novgorod would have lost some land somewhere along the way because it's all spread out and split all over the place, right? And they would all go independent and then probably get absorbed into whatever big nation is right next to them. So we had that turned off, and I think I'm going to turn it on in future playthroughs because I can see why it was turned off now. It makes the map interesting, but very busy and very difficult to actually comprehend what's happening, right? Because it's all absolute chaos everywhere. So, yeah. I think it's intriguing, and if you're going for a chaotic kind of vibe, I can see turning it to off would be good, but I think we'll turn it on in future playthroughs. Anyway, just a weird thing I thought I'd mention. If anyone has an opinion on it, please let me know. But back to Japan, which people do have opinions on. They think we should live longer. I don't know if it's necessary. I don't know if like going all into health maxing is actually that, important for this character. And the reason why I don't think it's that important is because our shogunate decision doesn't really rely on our current character at all. Let me just go through the things. Ruling Regent of Japan. They will be the ruling regent of Japan because we have a primogeniture succession. Okay. Level of fame is exalted among men. Well, I mean, we are about to hit it on this character, like just about to hit it. But that's not impossible to get. That's just spamming a bunch of events to get you prestige. That's not impossible. Legitimacy level is greater than 4. That's probably going to be true. Independent ruler will be true if the first one's true. Soryo government, also true. Although I should say, there is one scenario where these are not true, and that's if we were to be a vassal of China. But we're just going to not be a vassal of China, and that will fix it. Powerful Ministries law is exactly the same no matter what character is, because on this character, we still need the tech. On a future character, we'd still need the tech. We'd need prestige for both this event and for changing the law, but that doesn't actually matter because in either case, you need exalted amongst men, which means that you're going to have gathered a lot of prestige anyway. Not at war, well, that's not something that is character specific necessarily, and then all of these things are part of Japan, which they are, so as long as we don't lose land, we're fine. So, I'm not really that worried about our current character living that much longer. It doesn't really matter for the decision, so we might as well just play him normally, I think. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to this festival as well. I was wondering whether we wanted to expand Japan, whether we wanted to include some of these islands up here. It seems like an option. We have a lot of troops. We could also try and get some of these ones down here if we wanted to. Like Ryukyu down here. I mean, it would all be fine. So we should think about it. We should definitely think about expanding into a few of these places here and there. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to unpause and we're going to go to this festival. So let's go. Okay, block cohesion increased. Inspired person can be sponsored. You want to forge something wondrous. It's a little vague. But okay, I'll support you. Make me some regalia. Sure. Do I have regalia? I do, but it's not very good, so yeah, that's fine. Guardian Angel, this is somebody saving somebody else while traveling. People are converting to Azumo. I'm going to dedicate this thing to myself. I'm going to choose the bottom option here. Because that's the event that only really has one option we want. Top option has a chance of dying. Second one replaces your court physician. Third one is spend some money. So we'll spend some money. Creative freedom. As the keeper of the Daizhou Daijin's personal collection, I have a responsibility to ensure the quality of your work. Okay. Well, you can get 50% chance of higher quality. And say stick to your own duties, or it's time for a breath of fresh air. Let's go for the 50% chance it's better. It's going to be lower quality. Ah, that's not good. Fickle Philip. Oh, there you are, my liege. I may have hit a wall in my work. Nothing major. My ideas have gone to ground as the pressure mounts. This needs some inspiration. Mighty Daizhou Daijin, may you have some prior examples I could examine? I will, because I am a herbalist. I will give you a tonic that will help you. 2% chance you die, but if you don't die, there's a good chance it's better. Well, she died. She drank a potion too strong for them. Ah, she could not handle our strongest potions. Okay. I had a mental break. I'm going to cancel my plans. That's what I'm going to do. Do I have anything that lowers stress? No. Okay, well, there you go. Guess being at the festival will lower stress in like 40 days, so that's fine. Okay. Right, what's this? Betrothed can marry. My player heir can marry this person. That seems acceptable. That seems perfectly fine. Okay, good. Back to the festival. Mutinous marionettes. A wandering puppeteer has decided to make of the festival his stage, surrounded by dozens of chuckling attendees. As I watch the puppets dance, the performance begins to take on an uncomfortable aspect. The figure of the exactive ruler, far too familiar for my liking, and the crowd much too amused by his bumbling. And I can laugh louder than any and lose stress. Burn these insolent dolls. My agent should observe the audience's reaction. I will lower my stress. Okay. Paper cranes. Do we want bonds of the family, healthy living, or nothing? I don't want to spend 105 gold for that. Drift in the crowd. I will join these people boldly and gain some prestige because of it. And my level of fame went up. Means we get more opinion and more knights. Okay. I'm going to take the chance at a higher quality artifact. They developed a grudge against me, so they did not get a higher quality artifact. There's a child here. I will ignore him and gain some stress loss. And I'll gain some stress loss. Nice, and now we're heading back. We didn't get the friend event at the end of that, interestingly. But, okay. This child has fallen from a tree. I'm going to move on with my life. Right. Lines about legacy. I'm not going to read your poetry. Right. And we have arrived back home. Woman I dream about? Obviously. 235 gold. What, 235 gold? Alright, well, I'll invest. I'm sure you'll find her any day now. Alright, I don't have any money for my university trip, which I would like to go on, but it's way too expensive. Hey, I'm being invited to a grand rite. Let's go. Okay. That's good. Somebody's stolen some money from me. I'm going to kill them and get my money back. Children are playing. We're going to ignore them. Somebody is angry at me. I'm going to lose stress because I realized other people can be angry. And we have now arrived at the Grand Rite. Is there anything that you can do at a Grand Rite that you don't hold, or that you're not hosting? No, you can still only do the same thing. Well, that's fine. It's just me and Noriko. Oh, my friend died. Oh. Did I convert you to a witch? I must have converted you to a witch, yes. I should convert some more children to witches. Oh, they were too... Okay, yeah, I've been here. They're too young. Yeah, okay. I've been down this path before. I could convert my daughter-in-law to being a witch. Turns out, no, I couldn't. Alright. Inspiration realized. You made me garbage. Thank you. Really appreciate it. That's solidly worth destroying for 80 gold and not getting my money back. Right. Okay. This is all fine. Okay, what are we going to do? We're We can experiment with herbs together with Noriko, or I can just lose stress. I guess I'll just lose stress, and I didn't get any perks or anything. Oh, alright. Well, that's fine. Hey, I lost some more stress, thanks to a random stress event. And we're now back with some more horse experience. Hey, I didn't realize we hit horse level 1. Nice. Okay. Secret exposed. Toshu Kinkune was having an affair with Lady Yoshiko. Oh. Alright then. Well, I'm still saving up for my university visit, so guess we'll chill. People will invite us to things. Yeah. I don't really care on this one. I guess I'll take that. Somebody asked, is my faith considered righteous? I believe it is. I believe that my faith is considered righteous to the other people around here. So if I look at somebody like you... Oh, you're actually Shinto, but if I look at this faith, yeah, we're both considered righteous. So I'm not that worried about faith from that point of view. I just want to convert the faith so that it can... Well, so that we get all the same benefits in the capital from having the right faith, basically. And then, yeah, it would make culture go quicker, but actually culture's can be finished first. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I'm doing here. Do I want to go to a funeral? Yeah, I want to go to a funeral. You know what? I would like to do my once per playthrough complaint about funerals. So, this says that we're invited to Lady Hideko's funeral, right? Lady Hideko is this person, my niece. She's still very much alive. What it's saying is, would you like to go to somebody's funeral that she is hosting? But it doesn't tell you who's dead. It just tells you that there's a funeral. Now, I'm going to assume it's probably her father, my half-brother. But, you know, it could be anybody. It doesn't tell you that. But that's not how you name funerals. You wouldn't say, if you said, like, let's say your mother died and your father hosted a funeral, you wouldn't say you're going to your father's funeral. That's just ridiculous. That's incorrect. Anyway, there's my rant. It's just such an odd one. I get why it is in-game. Like, in-game, it makes a ton of sense, because she's hosting the activity. She is the host. Oh, there you go. There's the deceased. It's actually my son she's holding it for. But you don't see it until after you've accepted the invitation. Anyway. I'm going to pick the bodies here and get the money. And a new martial lifestyle perk. Hard rule. Dread gain, siege progress against revolts, and faction military power threshold for vassals. I think I'm going to go one more in martial, and then we're going to pivot, and we're going to go to university to get the next 2 perks. I think that makes sense to me. I mean, we could get 3 perks at university. It depends on how well the university trip goes, basically. Anyway. That's fine. Right. My goal is to mourn so I can... it demonstrates piety. But yeah, I think I want to lose stress, so that's fine. It's okay. Just seeing a number of people converting to Izumo, but I'm assuming that they're all families, basically, or people who are already in Izumo land. Our moment in time. Of all the figures venerated and villainous, none have been desired more than our departed Motoyo. I'm just remembering who so Motoyo is my... yeah, so he was my firstborn player heir. Okay. With this crowd of weepers and gawkers finding other subjects to satisfy their fascination, I am at last left with a moment of solace between myself and my son. And take some hair, or just allow myself a moment of grief. Let's do that. Okay. I've gained a hook on somebody. One of the greats. Can speak a quiet prayer and lose more stress. More people converting. I can also use that hook immediately to get myself 50 gold. Nice. This is a very profitable funeral. Last chance. The sorrowful line marches on the line to have a last moment with Motoyo. A last whisper, a last long goodbye, a last nothing at the last place anyone will ever see him again. Truly a privilege it is to be here. The line brings me ever closer until at last the figure in front of me parts, and there is nothing but a veil between me and him. Let's speak of his virtues, and everyone will like me better who's here. Offering of libations. So we can join in the offering, a round of drinks for all, or I'll remember in my own way. We'll join in. Okay. Time to mourn, which loses us more stress. Another moment to mourn due to our faith this time. Interesting. Okay. So we get some piety and stress loss. Morning Star. All eyes fall upon Kira Tomafusa of the Kira family as he falls to the ground in lamentation, hands coating his reddened eyes from view. Toshu Kira Tomafusa of the Kira family, sorrowful gasps and chokes have left his fellow mourners breathless, and many offer him comfort and reverence as if it were him who was to be committed to the hereafter. Let's try and get the legitimacy and piety. Oh, actually, no, I don't want to get a rivalry with this guy. I'll just mourn my own way. That's fine. Dust to dust. He has now been dealt with. And that is the end of the funeral. Now we get to head back. Seasons of change. We'll delay our trip to lower our stress and gain some opinion. I'm not going to do anything here. I'll just delay my trip. Teacher of Knights. Do I take the chance of gaining Aspiring Blade Master? Of course I do. We got Aspiring Blade Master, which is a disease resistance health boost, and 3 more prowess. Which means our prowess is still 41, but starting to drop due to old age, unfortunately. Now, there's something you can do with Aspiring Blade Master, right? Oh, my granddaughter can marry as well. I thought you could teach people it, but maybe you can only do it if you're educating them. Yeah, I can't really remember. You're not being educated by anyone currently, apart from our court tutor. I'm going to educate you just to find out. So I can do a martial drill, but that only allows us to pass on a martial trait. It doesn't allow us to do anything else. It might just be a thing that happens if you educate a child, but we'll see. I'll do a martial drill anyway. Let's get rough terrain expert. Cool. Hey, got rough terrain expert. It's good. Wonderful. We are now home, and block politics. Have max cohesion in your block. Oh. Well done, us. So that is, yeah, get to 100 cohesion. That's because it's not going down. It has no ticking towards a value, so we literally just gain 1 a month. So, yeah, well done, us. If I go to achievements here, where is that in their achievements list? I'm always curious where they rank. I assume it's not gonna be up here, but it might be in medium, maybe. I think medium seems fair. There are a lot of achievements now. Yeah, it's medium. There we go. Cool. All right. That's fine. Right. Any payments that we want? Nope. Okay. Granddaughter, you're going to be married off. So you are Otoyo's daughter. Could just marry you off for some house relations. We're currently cordial with this house. You could marry in there. It gets us an alliance with Dewa as well. Yeah. You know what? Let's do it. You're gonna marry him. Right. That's fine. Right. Awesome. So it's got us even more improved relations with Hoki. Woman I dream about. I'll spend another 200 gold trying to find her. It is getting ridiculous now. I'm just curious how long the event chain is. I think it can never trigger because she's our wife, but we'll see. Invited to a hunt. Also, they have now joined this other nation up there. What wars have I got against you, by the way? Imperial County Pacification. What's this? Can't do that unless I have Imperial Pacification Law. So I guess I've got Holy Wars, and that's it. But I can't do those because I cannot declare external wars at all unless I'm in Imperial Pacification. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Alright. What law am I in? Also, I don't know how often I can change the law. Yeah, so... Oh, I also can't switch to Imperial Pacification. Why not? You do not have powerful ministries or centralized governance. Oh. Interesting. So how did The AI switched to it at one point. They did, didn't they? Or am I going correct? Maybe they didn't. Maybe they've never switched to it. Okay. In which case I'm fine on disarmament. That's okay. Right. Do I want to go on a hunt? I guess so. Yeah, the more things we go on, the more chance we have of events firing that can then earn us money. That's the way I see it. Okay. There was a scheme at court. It's a new child of my blood, so this is my granddaughter from my player heir. Katako. Here. Okay. Right. Dangerous interests. I will debate my court priest and say there is only one truth. The truth of the Shinto religion. Hey, we have a new son. Sadanori. Who has also got the really good, really good physical trait. So we're beautiful and she's beautiful. Okay, so it was guaranteed on that one. Just seeing if we have anyone. Yeah, so I guess her children could have had a mixture. Except they didn't end up doing that. Yeah, so yours was guaranteed. Yours was guaranteed. And here we could have a mixture, but we haven't ended up really with anything proper. Yeah, so we've ended up with you, who's got a slight mixture, but yeah. Anyway. That's fine. Cradled by sickness. Sadanori is not feeling well. Well, that's not good. Bovine bounty. We'll grab this for Yamashiro. Just a bunch of bonuses. Okay. And we have now arrived here and we're making camp. Goal is probably still recreation, and I think it's falconry because it doesn't have slay beast. Oh, and there's a falcon. Okay, we're gonna hawk a goose. What's this? Nothing. Okay, so that's probably one of the events that fires, but can't actually like show you anything because you're currently not at home. Red-crowned crane. Blank rushes to tell me a goose was spotted to the east. As we rush to where the goose was last seen, we spot something altogether more magnificent, a flock of red-crowned cranes. These symbols of longevity and immortality force me to reflect. Do I want poet trait experience? I guess so. Yeah, seems fine. Bird is taking wing. And 2 in the bush. We failed to get the goose. But we did increase our falconer experience slightly. By 4 experience. Cool. Okay. And now we're done here. We get to head all the way back. Was it 950 we needed to do the university trip? It's a little bit away. Scheme at court. My vassal is scheming against my friend. I'll let everybody know. Okay. Am I going to repair this regalia? I guess so. Yeah. Not going to be ecstatic about it, but I'm going to do it. My niece, Lady Noriko, has had an affair with my nephew, Kuniyoshi. Okay, at least they're not brother and sister. But anyway. It's fine. That was my initial worry when I first read it. Right. Now we carry on. What's this? Grand Tour? A Grand Tour could get us money. Your granddaughter 8th in line can marry. Oh yeah, I should also probably try and convert my granddaughters to witchcraft. But while we're doing that, let's find you a spouse. You know what I didn't do last time? I didn't turn on the marriage court filter. There we go. Although it probably has not a ruler in here. Yeah. I'm happy with it being a ruler. Right, and then let's just look for alliance power. So my vassal and Bushi, this person, we could marry into their house. Suppose that's acceptable. Yeah, let's do it. That means that they can't join factions against me, which is most important. Okay, cool. A grand tour would be really good for making money. Yeah, need to think about that. Well, kind of thought. Let's just see how expensive it is to go on a grand tour. Now, I also think I would want to check the individuals, right, and then see how much money they have. So I think the individuals with more money are better for the grand tour. Like, there's no way I'm missing out on going to this person's place. He's so rich. My niece here. To be like down here. Then I guess I could go there. Just roughly making a trip here. Let's go here. Then here. Then this, yeah, I was gonna say there's gotta be people up here with money. Not everybody. You have a little bit. Yeah, and it's getting too expensive to actually go on the trip, but that's okay. I want to know how much it will cost me. So it'll probably be 2 more stops. You. And you. And then we head back. Okay. So you could go to lowest on those, and it still costs you 720. With nothing. And a little bit of danger, so you'd probably have to do like a mountaineer. Yeah. 750 exactly. Cultural festival is more expensive on one of them, apparently. Don't know why it's more expensive here and less expensive up here. Anyway, we can't afford it, so that's that done. But 750 is another amount of money that we could spend to go on a trip, basically. So probably 800 before we start really thinking about it. Let's go Soldiers of Lesser Fortune. We're now done with Marshall, because we're going to get Marshall by going to university. Unless we just completely ditch that and just get the last 2, but I'm not going to. This is obviously huge for us right now. Going in here, making as much money as possible. We will be able to use extort subjects, which is not as bad as it sounds. We could go in here, get inspection. I think it might be too late for inspection right now in our character's current life. Let's do this. Let's just grab 10% monthly income. There we go. That's all fine. My scheme has been frozen because they're traveling. Oh, okay. Invited to a hunt. Do I want to go? I suppose so, yeah. Let's go on a hunt. Also, I just want to see. 13 years away. That's fine. Fortified knowledge. Do I want this random person, my bodyguard, to gain a rough terrain expert? I do not care. Nope. Snake at court. Your vassal, Toshu Kunishige, was just seen leaving the chambers of your vassal, Lady Okiko. That can mean only one thing, I say. Okay. That's fine. I'm not that worried about it. Do I want Gardener? I'll take the chance at Gardener. I got Gardener. Nice. Another extra 2 stewardship. And adding onto the number of traits that I have. Okay. What are we doing this time? Oh, we're doing an actual... yeah, we're doing a Venator hunt. Okay. Oh, I gained infirm. Well, that's not good. It's negative to everything. And a severe health penalty. We're probably, like, just about dead, right? Yes, we're at poor health. Woman I dream about. I must see her before we die. I'll continue investing. If it carries on to the next character, I definitely will not. I'm just curious what's going on here. Do I want to cultivate poisonous plants? No, I think I'll take the 28% stress. Wildflowers. I'm going to increase our success chance. Gain the stress. And now, we need some hunter trait experience. But not a lot of it. So how is our hunter trait doing? We're about halfway through Venator. Okay, fair enough. And now we're going to head back. Ooh, there's a disease. It's all the way down here, though. We don't need to worry too much about it. I'm not going to enter seclusion over that one. Okay. That's all fine. Do I want to convert her to witchcraft? Of course. Hey, it worked. We converted her. Somebody overheard my secret. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm now going to convert my other granddaughter to witchcraft. Let's do it. Although apparently this one will be very hard. Okay. If you say so. Right. Hold court. Day of Truth. Daijo Daijin, I have an idea to improve taxation. You could send surveyors to question your subjects about every property, its name, owner, extension, value, how many animals and people and animals live there. Please, Daijo Daijin, allow me to oversee the matter. Each of your vassals pays 5 gold to you, and you lose 15 opinion, or it's not worth it. I'll take it. Okay, that was pretty good. Child of the court. I'll let somebody educate them. Merging of cultural identities. I don't care. It's fine. I'm happy with us being at 100% acceptance. I'm rich now. No point going on our university visit because we're about to die. There's actually no point going on the grand tour either because we're about to die. We're better off just chilling, actually. Shadow over Izumo. Yeah, so that's over here. That's fine. Summon the physician. What have you said? A light approach to not hurt the economy. Okay. It's not arrived in our capital yet. Although it's, you know, spreading fairly quickly. Hey! My son has gained the hunter trait, which is great. Okay, he gained that because of our acclaimed knight. What's this one? Grand Right? Now, Grand Right probably is worth holding still. Because that will give my son benefits, maybe. If he's even invited, which he isn't. You would say no. Will not travel during a plague. Okay. What if I send you a gift? Would you travel then? 0. No. Okay. It's not much of a plague, but alright, fair enough. Hidden ally. I learned of my brother's witch secret. Shocking. You want to come to a grand right, brother? No? Okay. Fine. I don't know what you need to actually get someone in. Maybe you have to have invited them to yourself or something to be a witch, but anyway. My son wants to become lustful. That's fine. You can be lustful. He's honest and lustful and impatient. Alright, it's an odd combo. Right, carrying on. I have a daughter named Yasuko. Alright, cool. She only got quick, but that's fine. My nephew has created a new branch of Obu. Okay, so that's my nephew over here. That's cool. And he joins my block as a new member, technically, which is kind of cool. And he switched to strength. It's all good. Although I guess he was on nothing previously, so it's acceptable. I'm going to convert her to witchcraft. Closed mind, closed heart. Who goes there? My name is not relevant. I'm here in the service of Tokoyo no Kami. I want nothing to do with you or your lies. Be gone, demon. Oh. Well, I think that would be a no. Fairly certain that be gone, demon is a fairly solid no. Oh, what happened to your wife? Died in childbirth. Oh. Well, you should remarry then. Let's go for inheritable traits. I mean, obviously Amazonian would be great. I think you should marry that person. There we go. That'll get us some house relations as well. I just realized I didn't check whether she was landed. She wasn't landed. Okay. But I think I had ruler set too. They could also be a ruler, so. Anyway. Disease is kind of disappearing now. Would you travel now? Hey, 2 guests, and both of them will say yes to traveling. Now we're talking. It's going to be a whole party over here. Like the 2 of us. Okay, fair enough. And, oh, blackmail. On decline, you exposed my witch secret. Alright, everybody knows I'm a witch. Now what? It's not a problem. Witch is not a, it's only shunned. It's only minus 15 opinion. It's not that big a deal. Here, I'm going to rely on my charisma and improvise. And then I'm going to give myself an intrigue lifestyle perk. I guess maybe you need their education or their way of life to be far enough along the path for you to gain a perk. Like, maybe the other person who we keep inviting is... so Noriko might be on the same like lifestyle as us. Oh, she's got quite a lot of learning stuff. I don't know why we're not getting anything with her. Anyway, yeah, I'll do this. Okay. And let's have a look here. Probably we'll just go for truth is relative for now. Not that we're necessarily going to use it, but we'll go with it. And then it is over. Wonderful. I lost a level of devotion and I lost my caravan master. Need a new one. New caravan master is going to be you. You're apparently very good at it. Wonderful. You're on improved skills currently, which is fine. Yeah, all of this is mostly fine. Now that I have a lot of money, I should consider building, now that I think about it. That would probably be worth it. We've got a building. Do I have the duchy? Duchy of Kenai, I don't have, but I could create the duchy. I'm allowed 2 duchies because I'm a empire level. I only have 1 duchy. So I should create the duchy and then put a duchy building in here. And almost certainly the duchy building should be like tax offices or something similar. Because I have a 30% increase to tax. Or royal reserves would be fine, but I think tax offices would be better. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I'd want. Could I even build it? Yamato culture does not have manneralism. So I could do it once the Yamato culture is no longer here, once it's a Zumo culture. Yeah, that'd be fine. This is only 11 months away. Hey, new stewardship lifestyle perk. I'm going to grab it is my domain so I can now extort my subjects. And I get a little bit more domicile income. Woman I dream about, I must have her. Negotiate an alliance, that's fine. Not worried about that. Right, it's all fine. Okay, so train of thought was broken there. Ah, yeah, I should extort subjects. Yep, let's do it. My niece, Lady Noriko, reading 2 words in one, is now there is a woman of means. Judging by her expression, she already knows for what purpose I'm approaching her. I'm loyal, I pay my dues. How can you ask any more of me? Well, I can just ask and take some money. Don't worry, I'll have everyone pay and all subjects lose 10 opinion of me, or I was merely joking. I'll take 455 from you, especially as it doesn't actually take it from your coffers. My sister died, which leaves my nephew over here. Do I want to invite him to court? Of course I want to invite him to court. Okay, now I'm even more rich. Okay. Cool. My other sister died. Okay. Just dying of old age. Did they both just die of... Well, you drank yourself to death and then the other died of old age. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's all fine. Is there anything in my manor I can upgrade now I have huge amounts of money? Yes. Yes, there are things I could upgrade in my manor now that I have huge amounts of money. Like I could upgrade that one. Okay. Secrets are being exposed. More secrets are being exposed. Lots of people having lovers with other people. Well, I was going to say I suppose it'd be quite difficult for us to find out a secret that they weren't having lovers with other people. But anyway. This person was trying to seduce me. My wife is trying to seduce me. I think that's acceptable. I think we're okay with that. No complaints here. Right. Oh, outliving a child. Sadanori has died. He was sickly, so it's not unsurprising, but it's not great. Carrying on for huge piles of cash. And the Age of Knowing. Yes, we're going to convert my son to being a witch because he's my ward and I can do this when he hits 15. Okay, he's now a witch. Wonderful. Okay. Promote culture is finished. Great, that is 2 major things. One means you can go back on to doing this. Well, actually, there's many major things. You can do that. This only takes 3 years instead of 16 years, which is great. It also should now mean that I'm going to get this quicker because the average development should have gone up, although it's only 0.28 and it was 0.3 previously. But That might be because of the disease, not because we've just integrated this one, because this one's development should be like, is it 21, and then over here we're at 27. Yeah, it should have raised the average, because these ones are at 13, so it definitely should have raised the average. But yeah, all of that is good stuff that we've just done there. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create this duchy, which I should be perfectly allowed to hold. Then I can go in here and I can buy ourselves the tax offices to increase holding taxes. Great. Unpleasant pleasantries. When I sent out invitations to a dance, I was looking forward to an evening of good company and frivolous fun. Instead, I found myself stuck in a dreadful conversation with my vassal Lady Miao Shoyi. Good evening, greets a familiar voice. Lady Munako joins the conversation. She is an attentive listener, and soon Miao Shoyi's attention is fully on her. I'm free to escape. I'm going to say I'm not staying a moment longer than I have to. Wonderful. And gift artifact. You'd like to give me your dog's pelt? No. It's a little bit weird as a gift. Yeah. Just a little bit. Anyway, I think with that, we're going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. And next time, I was thinking we'll probably just die and then, yeah, see what happens from there. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.